Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today it is already time for March hits and misses, so I'm going to share all of those with you today. And I am really excited that April is almost here. It will already be April when you see this video probably, but I am doing my top 10 basics series in the month of April for top 10 spring basics. So I believe based on your votes, the top 3 stores that I'm going to do are Old Navy. It's going to be the very first store that I do. And then Target, of course, and the third one is going to be Nordstrom this season. I secretly really wanted to do Nordstrom and it did get a lot of votes, so I'm going to be doing a more high-end store for the last one. Okay, enough about that. Just get excited for it. Let's dive right into the hits and misses. I'm going to start with the misses. So you saw that I hauled this Cover FX gripping primer. I got it backwards. Gripping primer from Ulta. I feel like if I didn't like this primer, I'm just not meant to be a primer person because it has such good reviews. Everybody loves it. I just cannot seem to find a primer that makes any sort of difference. It didn't make it better. It didn't make it worse. My skin just seems to be the type that it does just fine without a primer. It really doesn't matter what I try. I almost feel like I shouldn't even share beauty things if I can't even find a primer that I'm in love with. Maybe I should just stick to fashion, but the Cover FX gripping primer, it was just not exciting for me. I just don't know what it is, but I mean, it's okay, I guess. I don't have to spend money on a primer all the time, but everybody loves this one and I just didn't see anything exciting about it. The next thing that did not work out for me were these makeup sponges. I got these on Amazon. They are by the brand Beaky and it came with 5 makeup sponges for only $9. So I thought if this was a great dupe for the Beauty Blender, that is an amazing price. And it was actually one of my best friends that recommended these to me. She said that she saw a blogger said they were a dupe. She's never had a real Beauty Blender before, and she tried these and she likes them. However, I've been using a real Beauty Blender for a very, very long time and these are nowhere close, like not anywhere close. They are very, very dense. They are almost heavy compared to the Beauty Blender, and when you wet them they get really big and you try to bounce the foundation on your face and it's like slapping yourself in the face with a slightly wet ball. Like it's just that dense, that heavy compared to the Beauty Blender. It just doesn't bounce like a Beauty Blender does. To me, these just aren't anything like the Beauty Blender. So my personal preference for a alternative to the Beauty Blender is the Real Techniques from the drugstore. I think it's $8 a sponge. So it's a lot more expensive than 5 for $9. But the $8 sponge from Real Techniques, the orange one from the drugstore, that to me is my favorite alternative. It's also not an exact dupe. Nothing is to the Beauty Blender. But that is the one I would reach for if I'm going to buy a drugstore one, and I used that one for years. And my last miss, I had extremely high hopes for. These are the Peace Out Dark Spot Micro Needling Dots. These are tiny little dots, kind of like the acne dots, but you put them on dark spots and they're supposed to be micro needling and kind of make little small channels in your skin to deliver the niacinamide and licorice extracts for dark spots. I can't show you what they look like because I use them all. But these had such good reviews. Everybody seemed to have such good luck with them. They were so easy to use. You didn't have to use them for very long. So the package comes with 12 dots and you have to do 2 dots a week per spot for 2 weeks. So each dark spot actually requires 4 dots. There's only 12 in here and this thing is $28. So each dark spot on your face is going to cost you a little over $9 and you can only treat 3 of them with 1 box. So I have more than 3, but I picked 3. I picked 2 on my cheek right here and 1 on my chin. I did it exactly as the instructions said. I did it twice a week for 2 weeks and I just didn't see any difference on this one right here, and the slightest, like ever so slightest, I have to really look for it, difference in the 2 right here. Now the thing I don't know is mine are acne scars. They're more of a red hyperpigmentation. This may work better on like a brown age spot or sunspot. That type of hyperpigmentation may respond better to the ingredients in this. I'm really not sure. But based on how many people love this on the Sephora website, I was really hopeful and I just thought, this is going to work. This is going to be it. It's going to lighten these dark spots at least significantly to where I can tell a difference, but unfortunately no, and it was way too expensive to like try it again, try another box. So even though I would like to try it on some of my brown spots to see if that makes a difference, it was just too expensive to try a whole nother box again. So I was really disappointed. I had such high hopes for this, but unfortunately I'm going to have to try something else for the acne scarring and hyperpigmentation that I have. So now let's get into the good stuff. I picked up the new Tatcha, the Dewy Skin Cream. I love the Tatcha brand. It seems like every skincare product that I've tried from them I have loved, and this one is no exception. This is ultra hydrating and anti-aging. It says it is for dry skin. I have normal skin, but I prefer a really rich night cream, and this has worked perfectly for that. First off, the packaging is gorgeous. I love the lilac purple color, but the cream is also a beautiful lilac purple color as well. It has like the signature Tatcha fragrance, and it really is rich and creamy, nice and thick, and very hydrating. I have really enjoyed it. So this has been the perfect addition to my nighttime skincare routine, and the Tatcha, the water cream, is also really, really good. I used that when I did have oily skin, and it was just the perfect lightweight daytime moisturizer. I think I also used it at night as well because I was really pretty oily combo, but I no longer have oily skin, so this has been wonderful. Can you tell I never have my hair straight and I cannot stop messing with it? It tends to get like looking pretty poofy on the sides, and I don't like that, so I keep like trying to smooth it down. Well, while I'm talking about my hair, let me go ahead and mention this. You probably know what it's going to be. It is the Revlon styler that everybody is talking about. I freaking love this thing. I think I bought it this month, didn't I? Well, I know I mentioned it in my Amazon favorites because I did buy it from Amazon. It is one of the best $60 I have spent in a really long time. This thing is so good. It makes my hair look so smooth. I did run just a little bit of a straightener through the ends of my hair and a little bit up here where it's really, really curly. But other than that, all of this smoothness is from this right here. I just finished drying my hair. You just don't understand how frizzy and poofy and out of control my hair is, and this thing right here smooths it so well. If you've been on the fence, you definitely need one. It's one of those things where I was so skeptical because I'm just a huge skeptic anyway, but everybody was on the bandwagon. That makes me even more skeptical. I'm like, too good to be true. It just has to be too good to be true for that many people to be like raving about it, but no. Everybody's raving about it for a very, very good reason, and this is why. I mean, if you can't tell, I'm a huge, huge fan. So here in the May household, the month of March was not all rainbows and butterflies and springtime. It was awful. We were so sick. The kids were sick. My son had an ear infection. I got sick, got walking pneumonia. Then the antibiotic that my son was on for his ear infection, he ended up being allergic to. He had head to toe hives. His hands were so swollen. It was so sad. But it was just a month of awful sickness for us. And so when I had walking pneumonia, I was so miserable. And one of the things that helped me so much with all my like congestion and my ear pain was my heating pad. Now, I also showed this in my Amazon favorites. It's for your neck and shoulders. It goes around your neck like this. So it's actually perfect for that. Like, it's designed for this. But the really nice thing about these heating pads is that it is wet heat. It actually has some moisture to it. It has aromatherapy inside. And so I would take this, I would heat it up, and I would lay it across my face and really breathe it in, get the wet heat right here on my sinuses, and then I would put the end of it right here, and I would put it on my ear, and it would really help my ear to drain. So this was really nice for sinuses when you're sick, and I was like, you know what I need? I saw this on Amazon the other day. I need the same brand. I need their headache wrap. This one is actually the exact same as the neck and shoulder one that I have, only it is a headache wrap that is designed to go over your eyes and wrap around your head, and then it velcros at the back. So this would be great for migraines and sinus headaches, but I thought I need this for the next time I'm sick. I actually didn't get to use this, but I love this one so much that I wanted to have this one on backup for the next time I do have a sinus headache and need to help with like sinus drainage. So I can lay it all across my eyes, and it's actually large enough to go, you know, across the top half of my head, and it will go over my ears all at the same time. So I can just wrap the whole thing around the back of my head and lay in bed with it on. So the brand of these is Huggaroo, and I do get them on Amazon, but this Huggaroo brand is just wonderful. I love the wet heat that it gives you. I love that it has aromatherapy. So inside it has clay beads, flax seeds, and that's what heats up, and then dried herbs, which is the aromatherapy. It includes lavender, peppermint, chamomile, and lemongrass. It is not too overpowering. I am very sensitive to scent, and of course when you have a headache or you're sick, You really don't want something like too in your face, but this is just a really nice calming scent. It really does seem to like help open up your sinuses. So like I said, this Huggaroo brand is perfect whether you have neck and back pain, or maybe you have headache problems, or you're sick. I would suggest getting this one as well. I mean, I know it's just a heating pad, but to me these are really different and really, really good. It really did help me a lot when I was sick. So this month I tried 2 new self-tanning products and I ended up really liking both of them, which is kind of odd. I'm very picky about my self-tanning products, but I did like both of these. The first one I mentioned in my Get Ready With Me. It is the Bondi Sands Self-Tanning Foam 1 Hour Express. This is really hard to find online, so I don't know if I'll be able to link it, but I did find it at my local Walgreens. They're starting to carry Bondi Sands products, so go to your local Walgreens and look for the display of Bondi Sands. So this one you just leave on for 30 minutes for light to medium color, 1 hour for dark, and 2 to 3 hours for darkest color, and then you wash off the color guard. The color does not develop within that time, but you don't have to leave on the lotion for 8 hours. You can actually go wash off the color guard so you can get into the bed after 2 or 3 hours, and then the color will continue to develop over that 8 hours. So that's why I prefer express tanning lotions. It just makes it to where I don't get like the brown color guard all over my sheets. I did leave this one on for 3 hours and it gave me very nice color. Now I am very, very pale. I don't have hardly anything on right now. Very, very pale, so everything shows up, but to me this really was nice and dark, especially for only leaving it on for 3 hours. And one of the biggest things I look for is that it faded evenly. So I didn't have big patches coming off. I didn't have it clinging in places and coming off really quickly in others. It really did last a long time and was a very beautiful color. So I will be using this again very soon. I actually intended to do it last night, but I was too lazy. I also saw they came out with a new Saint Tropez Gradual Tan Lotion. This one's supposed to be Everyday Moisture Miracle Body Lotion. I've used this in the past in like the classic white bottle. This one is the Watermelon Infusion. That's the new one. But in the classic white bottle, it had a very, very strong floral scent. And I do mean very, very strong floral scent to where I just couldn't stand it. Like, it was so strong. So when I saw they came out with the Watermelon Infusion, I thought maybe I can handle that. Maybe I can handle watermelon more than floral. That's normally, I like lean towards the citrusy fresh and not the floral. And it's still quite strong, but I was right. I can handle the watermelon a lot better. The thing about this watermelon though, it doesn't smell just like watermelon. It kind of has a cucumber melon scent. Like it's a fresher melon. To me, it smells really, really good. And I love that this is a clear lotion. I can put it on right after the shower, right before bed. Same thing, I won't get this all over my sheets. Can you tell that's like my biggest thing right now? I'm looking for something that I can put on and that I'm not going to get my sheets all dirty. And while this is supposed to be like an everyday gradual tan, this gave me a lot of color on the first day. Again, I say that I am very, very pale, so anything is going to show up on me. But I would say if you are darker complected, this is going to be a good gradual tan for you because you're going to see something on that first day, whereas with the other ones that are lighter and more gradual, you're not going to notice anything and you're going to be like, this didn't work on me. But this one, I think you would actually notice a difference. Because I am so fair, I only used it for one night and the color actually lasted for a full week and faded very evenly. I was so shocked at how long this lasted. Probably because it's a moisturizing body lotion and moisturizing your skin helps your tan to last longer. But still, I was really, really shocked that this lasted for a week and it faded so nicely. So this is probably gonna be like a staple this summer because it's so easy to apply. I could probably do it twice a week and build up some really good color, especially if I do 2 nights in a row. Thank you, Saint Tropez, for changing the scent. The watermelon is so much better to me. Okay, so we're on to our last March favorite, and it is a food item. Of course, I have to include at least one food item, but this one was actually really surprising to me, and I'll have to insert a picture because I don't have a bottle here with me, but it is the new Starbucks Frappuccino Splash of Cold Brew, and it is in the flavor Toasted White Chocolate. Now, I've never been a huge fan of the Starbucks like bottled Frappuccinos, but I will get them from time to time if I know that I need something super fast to run out of the door with. This one, however, caught my eye, number one, because of the flavor. Toasted white chocolate just sounded so good. I love like the toasted flavors that they had back in the fall and winter. And then it said Splash of Cold Brew. The other ones were a bit too sweet for my liking, so I thought maybe if this has a little bit more of a coffee flavor, I'll like it better. It gets a big yes from me. It did have a little bit more coffee flavor, but this one also was a lot creamier to me. I don't know if that was just like all in my head, but it definitely seemed creamier to me. The toasted white chocolate flavor was to die for. I loved it. I love white chocolate. But yes, I would drink that bottle of Frappuccino every day of the week. I won't because they're very high in sugar, but like I said, when I need something really quick to grab when I'm going out the door. But yes, that is definitely one that I cannot wait to repurchase. I did find mine at Target, so I'll have to go back and get a few before I see them gone. So to tell the difference, right up under the Frappuccino label, it will say a splash of cold brew and the toasted white chocolate. I can't speak for the other flavors. They did have some more, but the toasted white chocolate, big thumbs up. Alright, that is everything for my March hits and misses. I hope that you enjoyed this. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, be sure and do so down below. Next month is going to be a lot of really fun fashion videos. You're not going to want to miss those. So once again, thank you all so much for joining me today, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye.